Ever since outside opened back up, we have had a resurgence of live concerts and festivals that have reflected what it looked like pre-pandemic. As an avid concert goer myself, it is an exciting experience to see your favorite artists live, but in the last 2 years, I have noticed that the unspoken rule of concert etiquette has become a lost principle. Nowadays, it has become a routine to display demonstrative zeal towards an artist in ways such as erratically throwing random items at the artist, showing up to a concert to sing 10 seconds of a viral snippet of a popular hit song, or spending almost the entire 2 to 3 hour show recording the concert, and possibly obstructing someone else's view. These three components are what I believe that has contributed to the downfall of the concert experience for consumers. Recently, a user took to TikTok to describe her experience at a Freddie Dredd concert. She mentioned how she was in a mosh pit and someone came into the mosh pit with their drink and did not see her or have the decency to check their surroundings considering that they had a drink in their hand. As a TikToker described that she is 5'4", she ended up getting drenched with a person's drink, thus ruining the evening for her.
Let me just break it down for you real quick. If there's a pit, a mosh pit, at the concert you're going to, and you want to have a beverage, you want to have a drink, absolutely fine. Have a little beverage. But the second that you say, hey, I want to go in the pit, you got to put your drink down or finish it. If you bring the drink into the pit, you're going to get people like me wet. Like, I just don't think it's, like, that hard to think about other people. Like, spatial awareness, baby. Because last night I was at Freddie Dredd in the pit, I'm also like 5'4", okay? I'm tiny. So I'm like in the pit trying to hold my ground. And then some idiot who's just being mindless and careless comes in and just literally like drenches me in beer. I got all over my hair, like in my ear. Just wanted to share common concert etiquette 101, mosh pit edition.
In an interview with NBC, the user Ginger Sherry spoke on how post-pandemic, she has noticed an energy shift with concert goers, such as excessive pushing and shoving and hostile and violent interactions among fans. Given what we saw with the tragedy of the Astroworld Festival in 2021, we have seen the extremities of what crowd contagion can cause and what flawed concert etiquette looks like. After rapper Kanye West withdrew from being the headlining performer at the festival Rolling Loud in Miami in July of 2022, days before his scheduled performance, he was soon replaced by his former friend and frequent collaborator, rapper and actor Kid Cudi. As Kid Cudi was in the midst of his fourth song in his set list, he was randomly hit in the face with a bottle. He scolded the crowd not to do it again or else he would end his set, but someone once again chose to throw yet another object at the artist, which led Kid Cudi immediately walking off the stage.
Yo, I will walk off this stage. If y'all throw one more thing up here, I will leave. I will leave right now. Throw one more thing on the stage and I will walk off. If I get hit with one more don't with me.
This situation was so unjustified, and nothing Kid Cudi did or said would ever warrant such disrespect. Aside from being unfairly assaulted on stage, whoever threw the items on stage ruined the experience for everyone else who was probably a fan of Kid Cudi or was enjoying his set up until that point. Though festivals usually have a backup list of artists who they call when an artist drops out, I'm sure Kid Cudi took on the gig last minute and was dedicated to giving his real fans a good show. Another example would be Ariana Grande's performance at Coachella in 2019. She was in the middle of performing her songs Right There and Break Your Heart Right Back when she was randomly struck with a lemon. Yes, a lemon.
That's because one of y'all threw a lemon at me.
Naturally, the vocalist, much like myself, was curious why she was hit with the fruit. Nonetheless, Ariana went on to finish her headlining set that night. Another artist who was unfortunately all too familiar with being hit on stage with random objects would be Harry Styles. Stemming all the way back to his time in One Direction, Harry has had a variety of items thrown his way over the last 10 years. In 2013, while on stage with his bandmates, someone in the audience felt it in their heart that they would throw a tampon directly at Harry. Though he and his bandmates found the one-sided exchange amusing, it was quite an unexpected quote-unquote gift from a fan. At a 2015 show, Harry was hit in both the groin and his forehead with a bottle. In the clip, this incident actually looked quite painful. Although I am sure whoever committed the act intended on just getting Harry's attention, I feel like the goal could have been accomplished in a softer, less painful approach. In 2017, during his first headlining tour, a fan decided to honor Harry in a clever and quite dangerous way. While he was performing the third single, Kiwi, from his self-titled debut album, Harry noticeably almost slipped on an actual kiwi that was thrown on stage. While this is a situation that could have ended badly, Harry made a joke out of this situation, as he probably knew his fans had no ill will behind their symbolic love and dedication for his music.
Quick thing. As some of you may have seen, I almost slipped. It appears there was an actual kiwi thrown on stage, and that was the culprit. There is a green seedy mush on the floor. Oh, there's another one. This could end up being a problem.
Fast forward to August of 2022. During one of his 15-night shows at his New York stop for his Love on tour, Harry noticed a few chicken nuggets were thrown at the stage. This marked probably the first time Harry got out of dodge from an object. Immediately, the singer engaged in a playful banter with the crowd and proceeded to kindly return the nuggets to its rightful owner.
Who threw the chicken nugget? I don't eat chicken. Sorry. I don't eat meat. Would you like it back? You want it back? Why? Because. Alright, there we go.
Most recently, in November of 2022, during the same tour, Harry was brutally hit in the eye with Skittles. This incident infuriated his fans online as they expressed feelings of sadness and also revenge towards the perpetrator. The Skittles Twitter account even released a statement pleading with consumers to refrain from throwing their candy. Harry later made a comment on his musical director Polly Lovejoy's Instagram Live that he'd probably be wearing an eye patch at the next show. In more recent examples of fans throwing objects at artists that did not result in a friendly response by the artist would be when the rapper GloRilla was hit in the face with a jacket by a fan at a show in Denver in February of 2022, which actually occurred less than a week after another person threw an open water bottle at the rapper at another show in Oakland.
Oh, I want to do that. Oh, God. Who do it? Who that do that? God. Who do it? You with these red braids? Little girl, don't throw at me. Don't throw nothing at me. They hit me in my face.
Literally a month later, rapper Tyler, the Creator, became the victim of a similar incident while he was on his Call Me If You Get Lost tour. After Tyler noticed random objects thrown at the stage, he immediately addressed the situation by saying, quote, "I don't understand the logic of throwing ish up here. Not only for safety reasons, but bro, I don't want your ish. I don't want it. Like, not even being funny. Every show, someone throws something up here and I don't understand the logic. Why do you think I want your ish? Then if I slip and break my foot, stop throwing your effing ish up here, bro. Now you look stupid. Now everyone around you is looking at you like you're a real effing idiot." He later went to Twitter where he reiterated to his audiences that, quote, "Stop throwing your ish on stage. I don't want it. Now mid-show, I gotta move it. What's the logic behind that? Stop. Thanks," unquote. As a final case study, it would be the singer Steve Lacy, who had an interesting tour experience to say the least while on his Give You the World tour during his stop in New Orleans in October 2022, where a fan threw their disposable camera at the singer. Soon after, he urged the audience not to throw anything on the stage. He then proceeded to ask the fan for their camera back that fell on the floor, and then moments later he smashed the camera on the ground. After the concert, the singer took to social media to address the incident by saying, quote, "My shows have been fun. Shout out to the people not throwing disposable cameras at me and just coming to catch a vibe and connect. I had a really good time in NOLA last night. I hate that the beauty of the connection I have with so many people in the crowd gets lost when something negative happens. I don't believe I owe anyone an apology. Maybe I could have reacted better. Sure, always. I'm a student of life, but I'm a real person with real feelings and real reactions. I'm not a product or a robot. I am human. I will continue to give my all at these shows. Please come with respect for yourself and others. Please, thank you, love you," unquote. Slightly switching gears, less than a week prior to this incident, Steve, who earned massive popularity through his hit song Bad Habits, which was the #1 song in the country at the time, saw the adverse effects a viral TikTok song does to an artist. The app TikTok is popular for snipping parts of a song that encourages users to make a viral video of the snippet that is trending at the moment. In clips that circulated social media, it showed Steve pointing the microphone to concertgoers passionately singing along to the hook of his hit song, which was the part of the song going viral on TikTok. And then the crowd immediately went silent when it was time to sing the next verse.
I wish I knew you wanted me. I wish I knew. I wish I
The way nobody sang the next verse embarrassing as.
People online were shocked and disappointed that people would buy tickets for an artist that they only know 10 to 15 seconds of one song. The components of throwing things at artists or going to concerts without really knowing said artist's discography reflects the current era of celebrity fandom. People rarely are attending concerts for the shared love of music, but more so for the temporary viral popularity they could gain. A 2021 Billboard report revealed that the post-lockdown concert comeback was heavily driven by Gen Z consumers either purchasing a gig ticket for the first time or generally eager to participate in public events. Given that the pandemic forced people to stay indoors to do virtual school or work from home, people's social skills have had to take a step back, which inadvertently led to a deterioration in concert etiquette. Additionally, some fans are determined to break that barrier between artist and fan by inserting themselves into the show, whether that is throwing something at the artist, handing their phone to the artist, or recording the bulk of the show that gives the concertgoer external validation from the online masses, regardless if their actions are to the detriment of the artist or other fellow audience members. The increasing parasocial relationships fans have with celebrities, tied with the entitlement people have because they bought a concert ticket, have led those disruptive fans to exhibit that main character syndrome. This term describes a person who presents or imagines themselves as a lead in a sort of fictional version of their life, usually their own, although sometimes disturbingly someone else's, and presents that life through social media. It is an interesting phenomenon because the anonymity a fan gets from being in a show in a large crowd grants people with the freedom to behave wildly because they are essentially a needle in a haystack. It just seems like nowadays, the spotlight is no longer on the entertainer, and some concert attendees are attending these shows to put on a performance for their followers rather than fully immersing themselves into the cathartic and intimate experience a concert is supposed to have. This is why I completely understand why artists like the singer-songwriter Mitski requested that her fans who attended her Laurel Hill tour in 2022 to put their phones away. In a statement to her Twitter, the artist said that she is not against taking photos, but says, quote, "Sometimes when I see people filming entire songs or whole sets, it makes me feel as though we are not here together. This goes for both when I'm on stage and when I'm an audience member at shows. I love shows for the feeling of connection, of sharing a dream and remembering that we have a brief miraculous moment of being alive at the same time before we part ways. I feel I'm a part of something bigger. When I'm on stage and look to you, but you are gazing into a screen, it makes me feel as though those of us on stage are being taken from and consumed as content instead of getting to share a moment with you. Ultimately, it's your night, and I want you to enjoy it as you like. I don't want to be greedy. I'm fortunate to get to play. Just putting out there that sometimes, if we're lucky, we can experience magic at a show, but only if we're there to catch it," unquote. Overall, let me know in the comments what you think of the current state of concerts nowadays. Aside from the Ticketmaster fiasco, have you noticed a shift in the way people behave at concerts and festivals post-lockdown? What do you think of people who throw things at artists or who are recording pretty much the entire show? What concerts have you attended lately, and what upcoming shows or festivals are you looking forward to attending? Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.